Jeff Conine. Hi, Jeff. How does it feel to have the orange and black on again?
It feels great. It's been a great week. Unfortunately, it's like the last day of school. I have to leave today, but it's been a great week getting to work with these young kids and teaching them how to be big leaguers.
Yeah. Well, you got a relationship with Brandon Hyde that goes back a while, right? Just your thoughts on Brandon and the job he's trying to do with this team.
Yeah, when I was working for the Marlins, Brandon Hyde was in our system for quite a while, and I got a lot of exposure to him in the minor leagues and at the big league level. So just knowing him and his makeup and what he wants to do with this team and create a culture in the clubhouse, I think he's going to be a perfect fit.
So, Jeff, how open are these guys to guys like you and Ben and Brian Roberts? What do they want to know? What can you help them with?
You know, it was surprisingly very open, because obviously I've been out of the game a long time and don't think they know who I am or who I was. But, of course, I think they were probably briefed that I was an Oriole at one point. But they're very inquisitive, really to learn. I worked with the outfielders for most of the week and just tried to deal out as much enthusiasm and wisdom as I could accrue over the years, and they were very receptive.
What'd you see from Austin Hayes, because he's a young guy with an opportunity this year?
Yeah, he's got great actions out in the outfield, a cannon for an arm, very instinctive. You know, a lot of it's going to be offensively as well, but defensively he's on the money.
Jeff, what do you think about Ryan Mountcastle? We talked a little about him in our open. We know he can hit. He put up the numbers in AAA last year, was the AAA MVP. Defense, he's trying to make that transition to the outfield. Seems like he's getting better, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, it's raw talent, but he's definitely talented. One of the ones that I kind of focused on this week was him, and he's got good actions out there, and I think just repetitions is what's going to make the difference. And he's willing to work, and if he works hard, he's going to be a serviceable outfielder.
What do you think about the energy level? I've noticed this camp, you've been here a week, I have too, but it seems to be a lot of energy in camp right now. A lot of guys really, they know the competition is big time out here. They know there's a lot of spots open, but I find the energy level, the enthusiasm to be really high in camp so far.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. You know, Brandon Hyde, that opening meeting that we had, said there's a lot of competition here. There's a lot of spots open for grabs, up for grabs in the big league level. So I think he lit a fire under all these guys. They're all excited to be here. They're very enthusiastic, and first week has been outstanding.
Jeff, I think you qualify as an old schooler. Where are you with the modern analytics and everything that's going on with the game?
Well, I don't really understand a lot of them. There's a lot of acronyms out there I'm still trying to figure out, but I think they have a place in the game. And I think us old school guys have a place too. So yeah, I think eventually it's going to be a nice meld together of both those two philosophies, and they both have their place. I think, you know, Ben can back me up on this, is when you're talking analytics about a guy, you want to know what kind of person he is and what he does what he brings to the clubhouse. And there's not a lot of analytics that can tell you what that means to a team.
Hey, you said they may not know who you are, but I know the people watching the broadcast back in Baltimore and in Maryland, they know who you are. You're part of some exciting teams and had some big years with the Orioles. What do you remember about that time?
I mean, it was one of the best times of my career. I love playing in Baltimore. I love Camden Yards. People ask me all the time what my favorite stadium was to play in, and I always say that one. You know, I remember coming back from spring training, and we opened up there, I think, 4 of the 5 years I was there, and going out on the field when it was all dark and looking at the warehouse and just smiling to myself, saying, this is baseball.
Pretty cool, right?
Very
cool. What's it like to be a dad to aspiring major leaguer? Your son, one of the top prospects in the Blue Jays system. What's that been like for you?
It's been fantastic and nerve-wracking at the same time, because you watch him play and you watch him. He goes through struggles. You know exactly what he's going through, and you really want to reach out and be there for him. But I want to kind of take a step back and let him figure things out as well. So he's got a chance. He's got a chance. He's a great athlete, good outfielder, and a lot of power.
Yeah, he hit a whole bunch of homers last year in limited games. So I hear it all the time from guys like yourself in that position. They say it's much more nerve-wracking than when you played, right?
Absolutely.
When you're playing, you're just playing, but when you're watching, there's nothing you can do, and I guess it is a tough spot.
It really is. You bleed for him. It's like last year he went through a tough time, and I just, every time I watched him play, I'm like, damn, I know what he's going through, and I wish I could lend a hand right then, right now, but I have to wait for after the game, and I always ask. I always say, hey, do you mind if I give you a piece of advice? And he always says yes. So That's always a good thing.
That's always my struggle with my boy, too, right? It's like you want them to fail a little bit, and you want them to kind of figure it out on their own. You kind of want to stay out of their way, but you want to help them, too, you know?
Exactly. And it's been fun, though.
Hey,
Fun
Jeff,
to watch.
good job. We got him 1, 2, 3. That was a good inning.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.